going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today is the last day before the balance changes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want the top decks coming at you for the new meta starting tomorrow, or at least we'll start making our predictions tomorrow. First prediction is, I'll give you 3 quick ones, guys. First prediction, a lot of Witch decks. I think Witch is going to be incredibly OP. Number 2 is going to be Rascal in Mortar, or number 2 and 3, still going to be viable. I'm not overreacting to the nerfs to Rascal and Mortar. I think they're so strong right now that they're going to continue to be strong. If you look at the top of ladder right now, and even in grand challenges, but the top of ladder, you're seeing B Normal, number 1 player. He's using the Mortar Rascal deck, and I think that deck in particular is still going to be viable, just not quite as OP as it is right now. So fear not, Mortar users. I think you guys will be okay. But maybe not. If beatdown becomes too prevalent with all the Witch, maybe you won't be okay. So we'll see. And anyway, guys, we'll be covering the meta as it continuously evolves. Now today, we have Thani, aka Yui. Yui's back on the channel again. He's a really good player, guys, and he is using this deck, which is really, really powerful. It's a great deck, and it's kind of the evolution of bridge spam, or Vietnam deck turned into bridge spam, turned into this, right? So you can still see the remnants of bridge spam kind of in here with the Battle Ram, the Inferno Dragon, the Zap Fireball combo. You can sub in Poison if you'd rather. It depends on your personal preference. I think that on ladder, maybe the Fireball is a little bit better. I think that in challenges, perhaps Poison might be a little bit better if you don't want that immediate response that some people just prefer inherently with the Fireball. So if you don't have these legendary cards leveled up, guys, or you don't have them unlocked, Yui was kind enough to give me some subs, so let me just quickly get those out of the way. So for Lumberjack, you're going to be subbing in Dark Prince. For the Inferno Dragon, Hunter. For the Magic Archer, Zappies. In fact, there's another version of this deck with the Zappies in there. And the Royal Ghost, you're going to sub in Bandit if you have her. If not, Dark Prince as well. Okay, guys? So those are the subs to this deck. I have the Poison in there right now because I have a level 3 Magic Archer, and it's a little bit iffy on for my ladder range. So hey, I'm 5-2, just about average here for yours truly on grand challenges. I want to see if I can make a little run here, and let's start off with one live match. Then we'll go to the ladder replays, top of ladder, Ultimate Champion on 2 accounts right now by Yui. So really, really impressive with this deck. I'm just gonna start off with a Royal Ghost in the back. Oh, let's give this guy some kisses, guys. How could I forget? Kiss, kiss. Oh, man. He's playing the Lumberjack deck, guys. He's playing the Lumberjack. I mean, the Lumberjack. I'm looking at my Lumberjack. He's playing the Golem deck, guys. He's playing the Golem deck. Oh, no. Okay. Actually, I'm lying. It's not that big of a deal. I'm using the Inferno Dragon because I don't think he's going to hit me with a Golem this early. He might, though. He might in the back. Okay. He's just going to play the Flying Machine. So I'm just going to sub in. I'm just going to play, the Magic Archer. Can I speak today? It'd be great. This whole new speaking thing is new to me here, guys. So we take out the Flying Machine, we take out some of those Barbarians, and that's going to be A-okay. He uses his Poison. He doesn't use his Poison on my tower, so hey, I'll take it for the start of the game. Let's give him a thumbs up. This is my favorite emote deck right now, guys. I got some more in shop. Did you guys get some more in shop as well? I'm going to play a Royal Ghost in the back here. Perfect. And again, tempted to use Poison. See, I wish I had Fireball for this matchup. I'm going to play an Inferno Dragon in the back again. In double elixir time, I won't be playing this Inferno Dragon in the back. Because we'll need it for the Golem, but I don't think he's going to be playing the Golem this early. And again, just kind of make sure we cycle here, provide a little bit of tankage. And again, I want to take down this Flying Machine with the Magic Archer. We're also going to clean up those Barbarians really nicely. Look at that Magic Archer, guys. Are you guys a fan of Magic Archer, or how do you guys feel about it? I want him to drop the Golem now. Let's see if he does. If he's smart, he'll pump. If he's smart, he'll pump. And there it is. I mean, not pump. Why? Again, guys, I can't speak. I apologize. If he's smart, he'll hut, is what I meant. And that's cool. Wanted to make sure he used enough elixir defending in the lane so that I could play my Inferno Dragon. And beautiful there. Just wait a minute so I don't attract that. Perfect. I am going to go ahead and, better safe than sorry, right? I'm going to go ahead and poison that up. And it ends up helping out there. I'm actually going to go ahead and get this Battle Ram in there. I know he has Barbarian Hut in hand. I'm trying to think of what else he has in hand. You know, obviously Fire Spirits. And there is the Flying Machine again. So we're just going to let this go. Tempted, I was a little tempted to zap there, but I don't know. I'd rather be, again, safe than sorry here. Rather not overcommit. So, again, we're just going to drop off a Lumberjack in the back. This time we're going to have to defend same lane here because I don't have my Battle Ram to pressure opposite lane. So here it goes. We're going to poison pretty early here. And get that down. Get the Ice Golem down to block for everything here. And that's going to be fine. I am going to play in Magic Archer way in the back here just to help out with all those support troops coming at me here. I'm not going to zap that. Don't need to. And let's see what he does here. That was a smart Barbarian Hut on his part here. He does have that poison ready as well. I'm going to poison it as well. And we don't have to rush this, guys. We have a lot of counters for what he's going to throw at us. So I think in these situations, I'll just drop down a... This deck is so... The deck that I'm playing against is so strong. One of the reasons it's so strong is because of that Barbarian Hut. It's very hard to punish like you would normally want to do in the opposite lane. I put my... Ooh, that was a very vulnerable... I left my... Very, very vulnerable. I left my... my Magic Archer. You need to keep your Magic Archer alive, guys. Don't be like me. Alright, so here we're going to pressure him. Does he have enough for the hut, guys? Does he have enough for the hut? Yes, he does. Oh, boy. This is a close match here, guys. This is a close, close match. But I'm liking this value I'm getting right here. He wants to drop that Golem. So let's start pressuring him opposite lane. I mean, I don't really have another option at this point. Here we go. I want to keep up the pressure so I can drop this Inferno Dragon in the right. And that was all of this pushing here, for me at least, was that's not going to be able to kill that. And good. Look at that. Look at that! Wow, that was the longest match ever. Good game. Oops. Why did I have him muted? Good game. Thumbs up. So that was a long match, man. And my commentary was pretty bad, guys, right? You can see why I don't do these long videos of just me playing. I don't know. It just kind of, I feel like it really sucks while I play at the same time. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch a master at work with this deck here, guys. And I want to go ahead and show you, well, we have a replay against the #1 player right now. Want to start with that one? Or I really want to show you this one against Lava Loon. Let's start with Lava Loon, and then we'll do the one against the #1 player. Be Normal. I like that name. All right, so here we go. I was eyeing up, I don't know, I'm in a weird mood today, guys. I was eyeing up this Mocha Cold Brew. I guess this video will be brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee. Check it out. Oh, man. It looks so good over there, and I'm so thirsty. It's so hot where I am right now, guys. Anyway, going into this replay, sorry about that digression, we have a Royal Ghost split in the back, and that's probably a good point right now to talk about starting plays with this deck. I think that Royal Ghost in the back is a really safe starting play, and if they pump up early, you can try to punish them with Fireball, you can try to punish them with Poison, depending on which version you're running. Again, me personally, tournament level standard, I prefer Poison. On ladder, I prefer Fireball, but of course, use what you're comfortable with there. Things that you don't want to do as starting plays, you never want to start with a Lumberjack, you never want to start with a Battle Ram, you don't want to start with Inferno Dragon. You might need those cards. I don't even like starting with an Ice Golem. You can zap their tower if you want to, but here we go. Against Lava Loon here, guys, we do make it to that right tower, getting a lot of damage on that right tower, taking it down to 306. Meanwhile, they're coming in our lane with all of their troops, including their guards. So look at that Magic Archer, played in the opposite lane so they can hit those guards. And talking to Yui about this deck, I said, you know, what's the #1 key to the deck? And he was straightforward right away. He said, guys, or Ash, and I'm saying guys and gals, the key to this deck with the Magic Archer especially is placement. You know, getting the value of the Magic Archer every time that you place him down. Obviously, he's going to be spell bait. He can be fireballed. He can be poisoned. And you should know that your opponent's probably always going to use their poison or fireball. So playing him in the opposite lane like that, as long as he's perfectly horizontal to the troops that he's defending against, is going to be crucial to having success with this deck with the Magic Archer in it. Also, playing the Magic Archer in the perfect position so he can shoot not only the troops, but also the supporting troops. Remember, his magic arrow goes through the tanks, through everything, and then also placing him so you hit the princess tower. Now, this comes in time, guys. You'll learn in time how to best place your magic archer for all of these different scenarios, and look at that. While I was blabbing on, we actually take down the left tower as well, just putting up an enormous amount of pressure. We're going to probably lose the right tower here. We'll definitely lose the right tower, as we didn't have an answer for that balloon, but luckily, Yui was really smart. He went both lanes there. Again, just pressuring. He got that right tower down to 306. He knew he had it in fireball zap range, and then he focused on the left tower. He just put a lot of pressure as soon as the opponent drops their Lava Hound. I talked to Yui about the hardest, most difficult matchups with this deck, and then the easiest matchups. He said that Lava Loon and Beatdown decks are really easy with this deck. He said the most difficult matchup for him is 2.9 Expo Cycle, so we'll talk a little bit about that, but first, you can see this one pretty much in the books here, guys, and it's not like the opponent net played poorly at any point in this match. It's just that Yui did a very good job of, and this is how I like to describe this deck. Again, bridge spam, but I hesitate saying that because it's more than just bridge spam. But you're driving a car with this deck, right? And I don't know, maybe not all of you have your license, I don't know, but hopefully most of you do. But you're driving a vehicle, right? or you're driving a bike, it doesn't matter. And even though it's spam, even though most of the time you're going, full speed, at a reasonable speed with this deck, sometimes you want to just brake. Slow it down, play defense first. And then, hey, you're getting on the highway, you have to know when to accelerate with this deck. And that's the key to bridge spam, is knowing when to pressure. And against beatdown decks, it's easy. Against Giant, against Golem, against Lava Hound, when they drop their Giant, Golem, or Lava Hound, that's when you pressure. So guys, let's go ahead and go to the next play here against replay against B Normal from Glory Makers. So this is the deck that's everywhere right now. It does really, Yui's deck does very, very well against it. So we'll go ahead and see how he handles it. It's a mortar. This works for mortar decks, mortar cycle decks, mortar miner decks, mortar rascal decks. Basically, you guys know how it is. Mortar decks are everywhere right now in the game. And nice fireball value right off the bat there. Don't be afraid to use your fireball against the mortar. Just be very aware if you use the fireball against this deck, against anything other than the minion horde, you have to have an answer in hand for minion horde, because any good mortar player, once you use your fireball on anything other than minion horde, whether it be rascals, whether it be the mortar, they're gonna be thinking about pressuring you immediately afterwards. So you can see in Yui's hand here, he has not only the zap, but he also has the ice golem there, so he could 1-2 combo, and he had the magic archer as well. So with a deck like this, doesn't apply to every deck. In a lot of decks, you just want to save your fireball for minion horde, and that's it. You don't want to be using it against that mortar. In a deck like this, you can use it against mortar in some situations when you have value, ideally when you have more troops kind of around that mortar. So again here, getting some decent value out of that magic archer, just hitting that princess tower in the background, just doing a very good job of doing that is Yui here. And again, time to reload. So here comes the mortar. What is he going to do? He's going to play same lane ice golem there, and that's going to give him time to play that royal ghost right at the bridge. And again, the opponent had the Goblin Gang selected, but he couldn't play the Goblin Gang because he was going against a Royal Ghost, right? So he does a very good job of mitigating all damage at all in the left lane here. Just a Spear Goblin at the very end connects there. And now you can see Elixir's pretty much even here for both of these players. And let's see what Althani does. So this is a matchup where he's not really going to be using his Inferno Dragon a lot. He doesn't have to save it for a tank like he would against a Golem deck like we saw live, or against a Lava Loon deck like we saw in the last replay. So he can just play the Inferno Dragon as a cycle card in the back when he doesn't have any other obvious play to make. So here it goes. It's a mortar down. We have the nice Ice Golem played right in front of the Lumberjack to distract it. Now this is incredible fireball value. We just don't have enough Elixir in hand to play it right now, but a Zap really cleans up nicely, plus one hit from that Magic Archer. And now we have the Rage as well, and just barely turning invisible is that Royal Ghost, so we can get not one but two swings on that left tower, seeing how the tower had already targeted onto the Inferno Dragon. And again here, guys, just cycling, we have an Ice. We want to make sure that we have the Ice Golem ready. We go ahead and Fireball again there, and again, knowing that he might have Minion Horde, well, he has it in hand, definitely, but he might be playing it. We want to make sure we have cards selected to be ready for it. We do, and look at that, beautiful. You can see how the Lumberjack, we haven't talked about the Lumberjack much yet, guys, but how does the Lumberjack play into this deck? What is the role of the Lumberjack? Well, not only defensively is it very strong, it's a tank killer, it's a graveyard killer, it's a hog killer. Against hog decks especially, I mean, Lumberjack's going to be your go-to option, obviously, against hogs. And you can see spells cycle distance here, and Yui picks up the W again. And another thing with Lumberjack, though, is that oftentimes when he dies, or after he dies, you can play that Battle Ram, as you saw towards the end of that match, guys. Play that Battle Ram, and the Battle Ram is going to be able to get to that tower even if the opponent drops, let's say, I don't know, a Mega Minion or a Knight or something that would normally be able to prevent it from connecting to the tower. It will connect if he's on that rage. So thinking about kind of putting out a secondary push or a supportive push after that Lumberjack dies so you can take advantage of the rage is very important as well with this deck. Guys, let's go ahead and watch one more replay. This is against Bait is interesting, and this is against a P.E.K.K.A deck. I kind of want to watch against a P.E.K.K.A deck because P.E.K.K.A obviously eats right through our Battle Ram. So how are we going to handle that? I don't know. Again, bulletproof coffee. Not bad. This marks the first time I've ever drank on a YouTube video. Drink anything, I should say. Anyway, guys, very informal here on Sunday. By the way, guys, stay tuned for, did I say this at the beginning of the episode? I think I did. But I'm working on some really awesome, working with some pros, not me, but I'm working with some pros on some really awesome witch decks that I think you guys are really going to enjoy, so stay tuned for that. I also I'm sitting on like so many awesome decks that I want to share with you guys. Just can't have the time to actually record them all and upload them all. I don't want to do like 5-time uploads, so we're just kind of taking it easy here. But right off the bat, the opponent here, no pun intended, I guess, Ivco, does connect with the E-Wiz onto that right tower. So right off the bat with the first minute here, we find ourselves at a very slight disadvantage where the elixir is pretty much even right now. So about a 1,000, a little bit less than 1,000 hit point lead on that right tower. So here it goes. It's going to be a Lumberjack in the back here, cycled by Yui, going to run right into that Royal Ghost. Luckily it's going to be, no, I was going to say it's going to be happening, the fight, excuse me, is going to be happening on Yui's side of the arena, but that was not the case there. So now it's going to be a Bandit going in, and ooh, the Royal Ghost. Man, I told you I can't speak today, guys. I'm struggling. Maybe it's too much coffee, right? The Royal Ghost actually does connect to that tower before the miner can distract it. So all of a sudden, just like that, we have Yui with the slight lead now. So here comes a Magic Archer played in the opposite lane. There comes the poison down as well. Like I said, every time you play Magic Archer, just be aware the opponent's probably going to be using their big spell. So here it comes, a Royal Ghost to stop this, but this push is not going to be stopped by a Royal Ghost. We are connecting here with the Lumberjack, Barbarians, and the Magic Archer. Whoa! Now the opponent here just opts to give him the tower instead trying to hold on to maybe a little bit of an elixir advantage, but that doesn't even work out too well either, and we're going into double elixir time, so he knows he has to play very aggressive. Bat is, and you can see how did Yui get around the P.E.K.K.A? Well, it's easy. He pressured him when he knew he didn't have enough elixir because he thought maybe he overcommitted with that poison against his Magic Archer. So he hit him immediately opposite lane and was able to take advantage of that barely surviving Magic Archer supporting his troops. So that's what you can do with this deck, guys. It's definitely getting that opposite lane or dual lane value from the Magic Archer can definitely be incredibly lucrative in some situations. So here it goes. It's going to be a Royal Ghost beautifully played at the bridge there to kind of stop all those swarmy troops from coming in. And again, an opposite lane Magic Archer played. Not a tremendous amount of value from that Magic Archer, but he's been able to cycle back to a Lumberjack there. Again, clogging up that right lane, preventing Bat from being able to get to the right lane. Here comes the Miner, but unfortunately, again, the Zap stopped everything. The tower is going to be down to 464, but that's not going to be enough with no time left on the clock. Another victory for Yui here. So guys, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Jasim. Jasim just does so much behind the scenes for Nova and just for the community at large. Absolutely dominates ladder, and it was able to hook me up or connect me to Yui playing these accounts and just doing a very, very good job. So shout out to Jasim again, and shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner, my longtime YouTube partner. Bren is talking about a guy who does a lot for the community, right? Does anybody do more? I don't know. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody. So shout out to Bren Chong. Find out his information again in the description below. Guys, thanks so much for stumbling through this video with me, stammering my way through the video and making it all the way till the end. Guys, I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, take care, guys.